everybody, this is the Stinkpot Show. We are here on a Sunday night, and we are coming to you live from Diablo 3. So we're going to be doing that for tonight, because if you haven't been following our videos so far, November 17th, which actually the 19th will be our first day with it, we are going to be moving to Battlefront 2. So until that comes out, my Sundays are going to be filled with these random games here as we just check everything out. So I created a new tune for this because I basically, there's that word again, wanted to start brand new from Season 11. And I'm just going to start at the top. I started at the hero list, and I just picked Barbarian, so we're just going to roll with the Barbarian on Season 11. So that's what we're doing tonight. This is my first time streaming on the PS4. Normally I'm on YouTube, so you can find me over there on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And so right now, basically, I'm in normal mode on Diablo 3. I'm in the Barbarian class. And I'm just going to run through here, and I'm sure since this game has been out forever that most of you have already done this part a million times. So I'm just going to show you guys 30 minutes tonight of I'm going to try to level as fast as I can. I ain't got power level or anything, but
I seek the fallen star.
Captain Rumford, more dead are coming.
So this first part is all it is it sets up the storyline for Diablo 3. There's a fallen star that has, fallen in the land, and it's my job to investigate why all these undead creatures are suddenly coming out of nowhere. And so I'm helping Captain Rumford here defend the city. I'm level 2, so anytime you level in Diablo 3, you have to go and assign yourself some new skills. So anything that's new is going to appear with this yellow star, so I know that is my newest skill, and it's the Hammer of the Ancients is my R2 ability. Before, all I had was the X ability for my skills. And you can also go into options, and you can assign any of your buttons whatever skill you want, but I'm just going to leave everything as default for this run. So now all I'm doing is following the storyline, and I'm heading to the Slaughter Cafe where I have to talk to Leia. So Leia is Cain's granddaughter, if you don't know the storyline, and I won't talk about too many spoilers. Granddaughter is not really a spoiler. So I'm gonna, for the sake of the video, I'm gonna skip all the dialogue. So if you're interested in the story, because it's a really good storyline, I've always enjoyed the Diablo stories. They're pretty rich with content. So I've been playing Diablo since it first came out. My very first year of college was way back in 1997. And there, all the college kids were rocking the Gateway computers, and this one got RA, resident assistant. He had this $4,000 Gateway computer, and I just happened to walk by his dorm and saw him playing a game. It had the Black Magician, and it had a red bubble and a blue bubble. I'm like, what is that? It looked medieval, and I was into medieval games at the time, so I just stood there and watched. He said, yeah, I'm rocking this new Gateway, the graphics are awesome. And so he was just showing me Diablo 1. So from then, back then I couldn't afford a computer, so I pretty much didn't get to play it on the PC. But a little while later, on the PS1, it came out. And when Diablo came out on the PS1, I'm like, I gotta get this game. So I still have my PS1, I still have the original Diablo, and I've been playing it ever since, and anyone that's been playing the series will tell you nothing beats Diablo 2, and I tend to agree with that. That game is still around, people are still playing it on Battle.net, so now we gotta go back, gotta shut up Cain here. So that's what we're doing, and let me see here. Captain Rumford, blah 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 blah. So now I basically gotta, they're gonna ambush me again. And Barbarian is what you would expect him to be. He's a melee tank, and he just, use my R2 ability, which
More
it
fury.
does a lot more damage. But every time you use your special abilities, this guy has, if you see the bottom left, I have a bubble that's called my Fury. And every time I do a normal attack, that Fury bubble will increase. And once it fills up enough, I can use my special ability, which will extinguish some of that bubble. So you kind of have to build up and then unleash your power kind of thing with this guy. So like I said, this is Season 11. It's going to be a while before I can really unlock these achievements and rewards that Season 11 has to offer. But I'm just doing this character for the sake of tonight's stream. I have level 70 and maxed out characters on my normal non-YouTube account characters, so you know, that's pretty much where I spend most of my time when I'm playing Diablo 3. Got a couple people in our clan late for supper that play with me on occasion, which is Zoidberg and Peaches. We're trying to get Kudamil into the action so we can get 4-player online co-op going, but the timing hasn't worked out yet, so another thing you can do is press the down arrow on your D-pad, which will pull up the map to let you know. See that little yellow circle up there? That lets you know where your objectives are, because I'm supposed to be killing the wretched mothers. And so yeah, if you tap left on your D-pad, it'll bring up your season quest that you have to do and your objectives there. So it gives you plenty to do in the seasons. But as far as gearing out your tunes, you really don't have, if you are starting from scratch, you really don't need to worry about gear at all until you're level 70. So just use what the game gives you until that point, and then you can start doing the riffs and greater riffs to really start gearing out your tunes is the best way to handle it.
I grow stronger.
Not to mention, to do the empowered riffs, you're going to need a crap ton of gold. So there I am at level 3, so let's take a look at the skills that are available to level 3. Star is denoted on the X, so I can come over here, and my original skill was Bash, and now I have Cleave, which will generate an additional 6 Fury per attack. So that's going to be a stronger way for me to build up that bubble there on the left, so I can unleash my power with this R2. So yeah, need to come down here. I think I could set it in my options where that mini map will show up all the time in the middle. Where is it at? Yeah. Oh, I guess that's only in co-op only. I'll go ahead and turn it on for later sakes. But pretty much, yeah, it's good enough. Just have to keep looking, I guess. Yep, so I need to go this way. Okay, perfect. So that's what we're doing. If you are new to the Stinkpot Shack Show, then you can find me on Twitter at Stink Shack Show is my Twitter handle over there. And so like I said, I'm a YouTuber. I am on Clash of Clans and Clash Royale every Tuesday, starting at 7 p.m. And then on Thursdays, I do a new game on by Lilith Games called Art of Conquest. But when Battlefront 2 hits, that's when you're going to find me on the PS4 streaming, because there's a lot of hype about that game, and I've heard a lot of complaints about Battlefront 2, about how I think it's the reward system is kind of unbalanced at this point. So hopefully they get that fixed, because the rumor mill suggests that they've lost a lot of the pre-orders because that just wasn't quite right. So regardless, I enjoyed Battlefront 1, and Battlefront 2 looks even better because they are using the single-player campaign mode, which is what the first one needed to begin with. So Battlefront 2, in my opinion, from what I've seen, is really Battlefront 1 done correctly. So it should be a lot of fun. But you know, Diablo 3 never gets boring to me, so there's always stuff to do. I love maxing everybody out, and I love creating different builds to try. So Diablo 3 is so rich in the replay department, if you ask me. Some people will get bored with the rifts and the bounties, but you know, I just it's like a challenge. See how high you can go in those greater rifts. I think Greater Rift 80 is the highest I've ever been so far. So yeah. So this is the Barbarian, and this is basically the open world area, and I'm just trying to get the map. It may look like I'm lost and confused, but that's because the maps are never different. So you can't really, you can memorize how the maps look in general, but the direction you'll need to go is going to change every time. And if you've done this long enough, you can start to recognize patterns in the mapping system, and so you can kind of anticipate which way to go. But sometimes it just totally fools you, no matter how long you've been playing the game. So right now, what I'm trying to do is kill these wretched queens. They're kind of like the unique bosses of this area. And once I kill her, then I'll be able to advance the storyline and move on. So Barbarian, in my experience, he is a slow starter, but once he gets that whirlwind and some other abilities going, he is a force to be reckoned with. I really thought I would not enjoy the Barbarian when I first started playing him some time ago, but it's just because of the slow start. And then once you get to level 70 on one tune, then you can start gearing all your new characters with level 70 stuff. And because there's items that allow you to take the required level back to 1. So level 4 is now mine, and I got a new square ability, which this one is called Ground Stomp. And I'll show you what that does. Kind of seismic little stomp there. It's probably, I think it stuns, doesn't it? Let's see. Yeah, stuns nearby enemies for 4 seconds. So now my little map is pulsating. Go to the waypoint, go to the waypoint, and talk to Captain Rumford. So that's what we're gonna do now. Captain Rumford is now here, and he's waiting. Complete my quest, get my rewards, and also a good thing to do, get in the habit of every time you come to town, is take a look at the gear that you acquired. So when you're just starting off, the rarity goes from, obviously this is gray, this is the most basic, and then the next rarity level is these blues, which is magic items, which are going to have these blue stats on it. And this one has +1 experience per kill. So you just want to, at this stage, you want to look at those green arrows. 3 green arrows means it's really good compared to what you have on right now. So if you have 2 blue items and they both have 3 green arrows, then you want to look at these substats to see which one is most interesting to you. So this one has 1 to 2 damage and +1 to XP per kill. And that one just +1 XP per kill. So I get 2 stats on this one, so that's the guy I'm going to use. And then you just go all around this little radio circle, look at all the other gear slots, and right now I don't have much, so that is auto-equipped. Your first item that you get of that item type will be auto-equipped. It looks like I can dual wield now, so we'll go ahead and put that axe on there. And I already have these pants on, so yeah, I'm ready to rock and roll. And we'll talk to Leia to advance the story once again, and now she's going to accompany me to the old ruins where she's going to open this gate, and we can talk about more stuff. So here's where she died.
was my mother, but I don't know much about her. She died when I was very young. I was raised by Uncle Deck.
What of your father?
I'm told he was a great warrior who was lost when Tristram fell to the demons.
So there was Leia. She divulged some of the more of the story to you. So briefly talked about her mother, which is Adria. And if you know anything about Diablo, that name might sound familiar to you. But I'll just let you, in case you've never watched it, I'll let you figure all that out later. And I didn't realize it was so dark in here. So okay, but anywho. We're going to have a little surprise for you guys later because this is a special episode we're doing tonight. Something kind of happened last night that was pretty unexpected. So we'll take a break in just a little bit and talk about that. But for now, we are in the hidden cellar. And this is apparently where Adria used to be, so we got a little unique boss here we gotta kill. Let's use our stomp ability with the square to kind of stun him for a little bit, and this guy's gonna be as good as dead. Use my smash on him, and anytime you see those blue circles, you need to get out of the way, because if you don't, you're gonna get frozen for a couple of seconds. So that's always a good thing to do, is anytime you see those blue little frosty symbols,
Here's the key.
it's basically a trap, so get out of the range of those blues.
I suspected what was lurking within his troubled heart. I consoled him as best I could. Regardless, wherever he's headed, hell will surely follow in his wake. The shadows close in on Tristram once again, but like Aiden, I'll be gone before they fall.
So that was Adria kind of spilling the storyline a little bit more. And we're just going to keep going here. We're going to get all the way to the first kind of mini-boss before we call it quits for tonight. Should be a good stopping point. And you can see there's some random events like this that'll happen in the game. If you kind of wander in certain areas, it'll trigger these random events. So, that was a spooky tree with hanging people from it, so it's usually a known spot for random events, so I'm glad it was. So I really only have 3 abilities at this point. This cleave is my my X ability, which your X ability is going to be your default attack. Your default attack will never cost any fury to use that, so I could use this non-stop and I'll never get tired of using it. And then we have to and I can use the, yeah, there's the map it was talking about when we're down here. So the fallen star obviously went down and landed right here in the cathedral, and now we have to explore deeper into this cathedral. You'll see there's traps there you can unleash to kind of trap some enemies. And now we got the famous blob here, the revolting blob here we gotta conquer. So he always spawns little minions out of his stomach when he dies, so or implodes, or however you want to look at it. But now we are level 5, and we have this new ability called Rend, which before we had the Hammer of the Ancients, which calls down a mystical hammer and smashes. Rend is actually going to wound nearby enemies and cause them to bleed. So I like that little dot damage anytime I can get it. So see the little red icons above them? That means they're bleeding with my Rend ability. So as long as you keep that activated, it'll do some extra damage for you guys when you guys are attacking. So, and these 22 kills, if you see that little, what's it called? Oh. Not a wick, it's not a wick, what is it? Fuse, that's what I, on fire. That is triggered every time you kill so many enemies in a row. I think it's 10 or 15 you have to kill in a row. There it is. 11 kills massacre, so it must be 10. And then after, what you want to do at that time is you want to keep chaining your kills together to keep that going, because the longer you can chain those kills together, the more bonus XP you're going to get when it finally does go out. And here at the beginning level, it's really hard to keep it going, because you just do not have the abilities that allow you to move around the map as fast enough as you need to keep that going and find stuff. So I'm going to trap this guy, bam, and that instantly killed him, and now I just have to worry about his minions. So there's that. And now I have these little magical creatures that I'm just burning to death. And I don't have any good gear, so that's why it's taking so long to kill them, even here on the normal difficulty. But we're just gonna smash them real quick and stun them and finish them off. And anytime you hear him say "need more time," that means you're trying to use an ability that is still on cooldown. So he'll talk and say, hey dummy, you can't use that yet. You gotta wait for the cooldown. So we're just gonna keep exploring this map. Anytime you see these little books, go ahead and open them, because it's extra XP for you.
The captain of King
and we're just gonna keep on moving down to the lower depths of Cathedral level 1, looking for the horrors that are awaiting us.
Dark and corrupted heart.
And you also get, anytime you can crush items, you get a speed boost for a little bit. So you can see I'm running a little bit faster. You can tell by the little white stuff behind me. And if I just keep killing stuff like this, it'll allow me to run faster for a little bit, so kind of helps.
We thought we could keep the dead trapped here.
Stun, bleed, and kill is basically all the skills you want to master at this point. So just keep repeating that process. Bleed, stun, and attack is going to be the process I go through. That'll help you maximize your damage at this level until you can get to that next level where you can get more abilities unlocked. So stun, bleed, and then attack. And we're going about ready for the next level.
Not ready yet.
And checkpoint and Cathedral or Laorix Passage. So this is the part I was telling you guys about.
Oh, minions, stay back! Back! May this ledge hold. The Skeleton King?
The power of the fallen star awakened me, and soon all will suffer as I have suffered.
Oh man, I'm so scared.
His bones.
This guy is going to kill me. I'm pretty sure of it. All these bad guys talk a big game. It was cool when I first started playing this game. You just get used to certain things after a while. And how skeletons bleed is beyond me. But they do. So, more power to me, I guess. Maybe it's a magical bleed or something. An undead bleed. Who knows? So I'm just going to repeat my process. Stun and make him bleed. And then do my regular attacks. When I see those abilities wear off, then I'll reapply them. Stun has a little bit longer cooldown, so I can't stun him as often as I want to, but I made quick work of him, and now I can talk to Cain to continue the story.
Thank you, but why? Oh, it is wonderful to hear that Leah is well. I feared the worst. I learned of this secret passage through old maps I found. We must discuss the fallen star.
Now we're going to go back to town. And it's going to advance the story a little bit more. I don't want to spoil that for you guys. I'll let you take a look at that at your leisure. And we're just going to continue on here. And I got my first trophy as this character. So, mystical meeting. And now I got some more star items to look at. So this has more armor. So we'll look at that, and I think that's it. How about skills? Have we leveled? Oh no, we're not leveled yet. So probably after I talk to a couple more people, I'll get leveled. Talk to the blacksmith, which he's down here. So I will be level 6 momentarily.
Did you hear? Old Rumford has us down to half rations.
Blacksmith.
Not now.
Thank you.
Follow me.
Do. Going to the cellar with Hadric, and I'm sure his wife is going to be nice to us. She's not going to hurt us at all. Even though I have to bust this dough down. Oh no, we're in trouble.
I need fury.
I'm gonna make them bleed, even though they're undead, but somehow they're bleeding again. Number 1 stunner, what? Make him bleed, make him stun, then attack. Level 6, let's get my skills real quick. So I unlock a new default attack. This one's called Bash. Brutally strike an enemy. And now you can see these, I think, what are they called? I forget what they're called. Runes, maybe? I don't know, but anywho, what they do is they take your basic attack and they apply an extra bonus to it. So before, it would just do a brutally strike the enemy, but now that I've applied this bonus on it, it's going to freeze with as well. So we can test that out when we check out this lady here. Frostbite, Bash rune, they are runes, so there we have it. Frostbite is the first one you unlock as Barbarian, and what did I forget to do? Quest, kill the Raven's dead. Oh, there must be one left. Yep, there he is. See, he froze. Do you see that? So that's what my skill rune does for me.
Mira, my love, forgive me.
And I'm still naked, still wearing my diaper. Hopefully I'll get some armor soon. And watch, you can see her freeze from my rune ability. And she does a knockback and she does a poison. So I'm going to stun her, bleed her, and then freeze her. So 3 different proc abilities I have.
Not
and
ready yet.
Bleed, freeze, and stun whenever it becomes available right now. Now I can stun and bleed, and now she's dead. So that was that. Talk to Hagrid. Blah, 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 blah.
In a cemetery in the Weeping
Yeah,
Hollow.
open the northwest
And if you
gate.
see my fool apprentice out there, tell him to get back to town.
The cool thing about Diablo 3 is it really intertwines the other games and the storylines. So, Hadric just mentioned, I think, Wirt or Squirt, one of the two, but they're all symbolic into the Diablo franchise. They've been in every game, so I just think it's cool how they intertwine all those history and lore from all the other games in here. So we're going to move on and find the Cemetery of the Forsaken in the Weeping Hollow. And we are going to freeze our enemies, stun them, and bleed them. Freeze, stun, bleed. And you can tell they hardly hurt me at all because they were stunned or frozen most of the time. So just keep adding that, and you can just start chaining these abilities together. Just already starting to do that. Do a lot of great crowd control when you start getting the, the synergy down and start getting your timing correct. You can really just fly through these groups of enemies with really no effort at all. You just got to get in that rhythm, get in that mode of, activating them at the right time. If you look at the bottom left, you can see the cooldown, so you know when one's going to be available to you. And you just keep cutting them down that way. So I'll just keep bleeding them, and my stun. These globes here, these yellow globes, allow you to build up your damage as well, so you can see this kind of arcing to the other enemies, and that's because I'm picking them up. And also you can see my fuse at the bottom. I'm chaining my kills together now. So then I finally got a Brutal Massacres, which was 2.5 XP bonus for getting 51 kills saved up like that. So that's really, if you want a power level without having the gear, that's going to be your most efficient way of doing it, is the chain up these kills. And once you get high enough into this, there's going to be times when you're just going to be ignoring the current objective for the moment, because you just want to go around and kill it just as much as you can to chain that bonus XP together. So that's pretty much the name of this game in the early stages, is being efficient, because the story is awesome, the quests are awesome, but your real main goal is getting to level 70 as fast as you can, unless you're just one of those players that enjoys just taking your time and enjoying. Because when I first started Diablo 3 in particular, I didn't worry about getting level 70. I explored every area of every part of the map, and I just really got in tune with what the game had to offer before I worried about grinding out my tunes. But I've been playing this game for a few years now. I started playing it on the PS3, and then I moved over to the PS4. So yeah, I've been playing it quite a while, but I still have never taken the time to totally max out the Paragon level 800. I don't know if they've ever increased that, but I've never maxed out the Paragon levels, so that's what I was working on doing, and then they added the season stuff to keep us all busy, so But that's good stuff. And now that we're level 7, we have a new ability called Hammer of the Ancients, which has we've had before, but now it opens up its own skill rune called Rolling Thunder, and it's going to create a shockwave from the point of impact. So let's have a look at this shockwave here. I'll go ahead and chain up some abilities, get some good enemies around, and then I'll shockwave them so you guys can see what that looks like. It's not really gonna kill. Oh, I guess I will. Let's see. I'm in a dead area. Yeah. Let's go around here and get out of this little dead end area. Am I just reading the map? Oh yeah, I am reading the map wrong. I need to go this way. This is the objective this way. You can kill all these tombstones if you want to get the speed bonus built up, but I'm just going to go ahead and enter this area. Checkpoint. And now you want to look for the Chancellor's Altar, and there's different areas you have to explore to figure out which one is the correct one that you need to go in. So there's one, our first area. You can tell by the blue aura that's coming out of the room. We'll head down here and see what's down here. These areas are typically small, so it shouldn't take long to get through it.
There's no stopping their demands around here. Now,
here's the shockwave right there. Coming up right now. Bam, sending a little shockwave through them. See that little after shockwave coming up? And I don't want to stand in these poison pools too long at this level because you can see my health being eaten away. So let's get back to our stun and bleed. I think I took away my bleed, so now I just have stun and shockwave. So I'll just keep rinsing and repeating that combo. And this poison is really kicking my butt right now, because I have nothing to protect against it. So I'm just trying to kill as best as I can. There's a health globe for me. I want to get my bubble built up, and then I can basically spam this shockwave ability. So that's what's allowing me to sustain my life right now. But this unique boss is going down very, very slowly. Kind of strange to see it so difficult at this early battle, early in the game, but here we are. Stun him once again, and now we'll just shockwave him to death, hopefully.
I need fury.
Nope, not quite there. And okay, now he's finally gone. Man, that was rough. And those aren't even the guys spawning the poison, it seems like. And there. And you can tell I'm very close to death. So the ominous blood surrounding my vision telling me, hey, you're about to pass out and just die and wither away. But it will regenerate over time, so that's why I'm slowly getting better. And I just have to find a health globe now, or wait, just use my potion. Because you have never-ending potions now. When this game first launched, you didn't have unlimited potions, so people were constantly waiting on their cooldown for potions, constantly buying potions in the shop, and it was basically a potion grind once you got in the later half of the game. So that's what happened there.
Not ready yet.
And gonna kill this, and that's gonna be the end of it. So I'm gonna move on to this next area here.
Still recharging.
So now that we got our ability, we're going to move down, and this is the first time we've come across these shrines. These shrines are temporary boosts to certain stats, so let me get around if I can figure out the way to go. Come on around here. I'll show you guys what it does. So it's called a Frenzied Shrine, so you can kind of guess what it's going to do already. So this one has a 25% attack speed bonus. And so I'm going to just use it to the best of my ability, just keep grinding out these troops and just kill them as fast as I can. When my fury goes down, I'll just use my default attack to build it back up and then splash in some shockwaves and stuns at the same time. So the name of the game. And I'm starting to build up a streak, but I couldn't keep it going, so.
It's a trap.
And this is events. They will happen, and basically they're just random events, and you have to complete the quest in a certain amount of time, and you'll get a double reward. If you don't, then you'll just get a single reward for completing it. But I don't think I'm going to be able to do it fast enough with this barbarian class. I'll try to get everything chained properly, but there's just no way. I don't think I'm going to be able to do this. Just not that great yet on the damage. Yeah, as my time is quickly dwindling, I have 20.
Still recharging.
Still recharging. Let me get these globes over here to kind of increase my damage, but I'm going to run out of time. And kill the remaining monsters. So I don't think I completed it in time. I didn't kill it fast enough. I don't believe I did anyway. Now this is what makes the game challenging right here, is you just never know when you're out doing this stuff what's gonna pop up. So there's my streak ended at 59. And I almost got me to a level 8. And I got one little pesky minion over here waiting to die. So just get over here. Kill the remaining, destroy the... Okay, so now I get... There's my XP. So, reach level 8. And there's that. So I get a leap ability now. So we'll use our leap to kind of help us get through the areas faster.
Need more time.
But that's on a cooldown also, as that just indicated. And so that's it. That's where we're going to pretty much call it the complete for tonight. I just wanted to give a quick run of Diablo 3, but like I said earlier, we have a surprise waiting for you tonight. So let me get this set up here, if I can. So you guys are going to feel free to time me, but here's what happened. So last night was Thursday, so Thursday night what we did was we played Art of Conquest, and Art of Conquest is probably my most popular stream at the moment. We do that on Thursday nights at 7 p.m. And before I started Art of Conquest, I was up to 84 subscribers because I've only been doing this a couple of months. And then after my stream, while I was getting ready for bed, I just got all these notifications, and my subscribers went from 84 to 117 in just like 1 hour. So, you know, as a new YouTuber, that got me real excited, and I always said I would do something special when I got to 100 subscribers. So here we are, everyone. We have a cake here for our 100th subscriber, and I said I would issue a challenge. So what the challenge is going to be is I'm going to eat this cake and try to do it in 100 seconds. So go ahead, and we're going to time it. I won't be able to show it on screen, but you guys feel free to time it, and we're going to eat it in 100 seconds. Let me get my little stopwatch so I can at least do that to show you afterwards how long it took. If I can find where my stopwatch went. I know I have it on here somewhere. Stopwatch. There's that. And I will add one. Okay. So now I got my stopwatch ready, and we are going to eat this 100 subscriber cake in 100 seconds, and the time starts now. I should have got some milk. I don't have any milk. That really would be helpful. Otherwise, you're gonna see me die right here on camera. Oh my goodness. Here's for you guys, 100 subscribers. I'm so glad to be here tonight. I'm going to die choking to death. Oh! Some milk popped up out of nowhere. I am sucking on the time, by the way. Not even halfway through. 1 minute in. Oh my god! Epic fail! Epic fail! Oh! There it is, guys. I got almost through, but my hands is a mess. And, we are now at the 100-second mark. So, sorry. I just wasn't up to the challenge there. Wow. Well, this has been an excellent show. Thank you for coming here. We will be back for Clash of Clans Clash Royale Tuesday night at 7 p.m. This is Stinkpot Stinkin'. And thank you to our 100 subscribers for being here. We will see you Tuesday. Stinkpot out. I gotta stop it somehow. Stop. Goodbye, everybody.